In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my first impressions on Declaration Grooming's Opulence. And make sure to keep watching because there's also a giveaway coming right up. Hello and welcome to the Lather Hog channel. I'm your host John and I'm so glad you stopped by today. I'll be sharing with you my initial thoughts and impressions on a brand new set to my shave den, and that is Declaration Grooming's Opulence, both the soap and the matching splash. So first things first, the scent on Declaration Grooming Opulence, it's a scent dupe of Parfums de Marly Layton. If we take a sniff off the tub, it's a really nice complex blend of, what I get is mostly apple and sandalwood. There's sweetness, warmness, a very rich scent. I think this is really nice, in particular for the fall and winter, that cold weather. It also bears a resemblance, kind of a refinement of a very popular 90s fragrance. That's Boss Bottle No. 6, which looks like this. Boss Bottle No. 6 was often considered fall in a bottle as far as fragrance enthusiasts go. It's a designer frag that just had a wide popularity. So if it looks quasi-familiar, that's probably why. It's a heavy hitter back in the time of, when Acqua di Gio from Armani first came out, and maybe like the Polo Sport days. That's kind of what my mind goes to when I think about that scent. Now Layton takes those notes, kind of amps it up, it also modernizes a bit. So all Layton does really is kind of update, modernize that scent a bit, give it some more power, and it's really one of my favorites. It's one of the first I came across from the house, Parfums de Marly. I also really enjoy Herod, which Declaration also did a soap on. That was called Massacre of the Innocents. So I'm really looking forward to see what Opulence does with that scent, how the scent will open up in the lather, as well as how it presents itself in the aftershave. But before we do that, let me show you what gear we'll be using today. So first up with the razor, I've been keeping it pretty consistent. We're going to be using the Rockwell 6S on the R4 setting. This is loaded with a Wizamet Super Iridium blade. And for the brush, we'll be using this Carnivus and Richardson titanium handle that's loaded with a Declaration Grooming Knot B6. I'll be following up on that conversation I brought up in the last video about brushes, brush knots, and kind of the challenges I've been having with lathering it properly. Alright, so first I want to give a shout out to a viewer of the channel, Ronnie. I had a great conversation with him recently. He was kind of following up on some points I made in my last video when I covered Barbershop de los Muertos by Murphy and McNeil. And we were talking a lot about brushes in particular. Ronnie is pretty well known in the wet shaving community, has from Shave of the Days and whatnot, I've seen a lot of great razors and brushes, a lot of experience in particular with custom knots. And I was mentioning how this one's a 28 millimeter, and a lot of, if you get a Declaration handle, those are all standard 28 millimeters as well. So he made some suggestions. And just from the exchange, I think there's a few takeaways that I'd love to share with you guys now. First is just to load heavy. If you're running out of lather and whatnot, I kind of ran into that issue last video too, and just makes sense with a super dense knot, whether it's the Declaration knot or some other super high density type badger knot, you're going to need more lather. Rather, you're going to need to load longer, whether that's from the bowl or straight from the tub. And on top of being really packed with hair in the knot, it's a large knot, 28 millimeters, which is, again, my sweet spot's 26, so it just makes sense. I've been underloading a bit, and I don't really need to be stingy about it. I'm not going to run out of soap or cream anytime soon, so that was kind of a good reminder to do that. The second more eye-opening revelation was because I just love brushes. I know a lot of people are into safety razors, into straight razors and whatnot. I love brushes, and I love the variety, of different styles, colors, materials. Just that part, that aesthetic part, and the way that I can mix it up each shave. I really dig that. But one result of that is these knots are probably not broken in. So this B6 already is, I think, like 2 or 3 years old, but has probably not even or just about 9 or 10 shaves on it. And so part of the ease of lathering, loading, even the feel of said knot can really improve and change after that break-in period. So what I have as of the recording of this video right now is I have this brush. This is super messy. This brush, I have a B9A knot that's in the Declaration Fay. It's that kind of turquoise, black, gray one. And the third one is a Dogwood Handcrafts, a lovely kind of hybrid light tan color and purplish pink brush that has the B8 knot. Basically, I've committed to using those a lot for the remainder of December, just to properly break in. I mean, it's still 3 brushes. I can rotate, but you're gonna be seeing those 3 brushes, for the rest of December. Besides breaking it in, it'll just make me more familiar with each of the different knots. So I thought that's not a bad idea. Alright, so here we go with the resulting lather. This is 3 days worth of beard growth you're seeing right here. And thanks for bearing with me as I kind of just shared with you some recent revelations about brushes. And thanks again to Ronnie for kind of just having a great exchange and helping me think about a few things differently. So here we go in with the Rockwell 6S. All right, so now that I've shared with you kind of what I'll be doing in the shaves for the rest of December, we can talk more about Opulence. And I will say, lathered up, this is a wonderful scent. It's about just maybe a smidge over medium, 6 out of 10. I would say just right. This scent, if the scent strength was dialed up another notch or 2, would probably be overpowering to my nose at least. I know some of you really dig that super loud projecting in your soaps, but I think just over medium, 6 or 7 out of 10, probably my sweet spot. Now I've mentioned to you the notes that kind of pop out to me, but let me share with you the official scent notes, and prepare yourselves. It's quite a list here. If you're a fan of scent dupes, you're used to it, but I know some people wonder why do you have to have a dozen plus different notes? It's just for complexity. If you like how a scent kind of changes from the opening all the way to the dry down, you need the building blocks to be able to to build that experience. There's a place for your 1 to 3 note type scents just as much as it's no more valid or better or worse than something that has over a dozen notes. It kind of just depends what you want out of the scent experience. All right, so before I forget, I did mention a giveaway at the top of the video, and this is a way for me to give back to you, the viewer. I want to thank you guys so much. Whether you are a brand new subscriber, brand new viewer, or you've been, with this channel, with this endeavor of Lather Hog since the very beginning. It's been a while since we did a giveaway, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate your time and support. So, for today's giveaway, it's nothing too crazy, but it's the least I can do. I have this lightly used, once used, tub of Peach and Cognac from Ariana and Evans. This one's in the Kaizen base, it features a wonderful scent, and all you need to do to enter in this giveaway is in the comments of this video, I want you to share with me what is your most hated or strongly disliked, because hate's a strong word, but what's your most hated Christmas or holiday song? We're in that holiday season right now as I record this video. Just to share, there's no, it'll be a random picker kind of thing, but my personal most hated Christmas song is that one by Paul McCartney. I think like Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. It's so repetitive, that's the main thing. That's why I hate it so much. If it comes up on, shuffling music, it's auto skip. So if you want to enter for a chance to win Peaches and Cognac from A&E, just in the comments below say I'm in and let me know your most hated, most disliked Christmas or holiday song. And for bonus points, tell me the reason why. If there's a great story behind it, I'd love to hear it. There's no restrictions as far as your home address. Just be sure to get your entry in by midnight Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, December 13th. I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway, much like we're doing the entry of the giveaway. It'll be in the middle of a video, so I'm hoping for either Sunday the 13th or Monday the 14th at latest. Thanks, and good luck to everyone who's entering. So now let's get back to the shave. First pass, no issues whatsoever. Really enjoying this scent here. I think there's no... To my knowledge, there's no tobacco, or at least it's not a star player in this one. But if you do like Declaration Grooming's Massacre of the Innocents, I would say this one's worth, Opulence is at least worth a try. I know I mentioned needing to load heavier, with these Declaration knots. Or at least that's what I was trying to do. Funny thing is, I think I could have gone probably 10 more seconds as I'm applying this second pass. It does look a little bit thin. I'm adding a little bit more water to the brush. Let's see if we get some of that lather out. Now, as far as I know, people want to, are wondering if I have a favorite batch from Declaration. I haven't tried enough of them. I've had, let me think. Well, I've borrowed a bunch. I haven't necessarily owned a whole bunch of them, but I think B3 through B9A, I think I've at least tried once. And, honestly, they're all really solid knots. I do believe that the B3 was the scritchiest of them, but that's in comparison to the other Declaration knots. Like, it doesn't feel like a bore brush by any means. I would say if you are like strongly anti-gel knots, that B3 is probably for you. I know even Scott Declaration, you can choose, if you're getting a custom knot, you can choose between B3 and B9A hair. All right, let's go for Against the Grain here. Something else I wanted to mention is also a bit of a follow-up from the most recent video, is just the topic of motivation. And it seems to be a topic that really struck a chord with quite a lot of you. And I really do want to thank you, truly thank you for whether it's just the acknowledgement of that struggle, whether it was a suggestion, and sharing of what you do to stay motivated. I really appreciate that. As with like many things in life, it's really helpful to know that what you're struggling with, that you're not alone. And the funny thing is, after that shave and after that video, I really did get a burst of motivation from, a lot of it's from just encouragement from friends, acquaintances. I mean, when I say like a boost of motivation, I did 3 shaves back to back. I'm not usually a daily shaver. Granted, the the big con of shaving 3 days in a row is my face needed 2 days of rest because after that third shave, it was down here especially the neck chin area was feeling super raw. I should not have experimented with my Tatara Masamune using a feather blade. That was a bit too much. Totally my bad. But you know, the face is feeling good now. Again, it was feeling pretty raw, so I definitely had to take a break. Hence this video kind of coming out a bit later in the week. But yeah, I mean, really from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. Like, the interaction with you helps push on, you know, whether it's making videos, having my brain really just you know, thinking about what it is I want to share, because I know like with this, it's more than, we're talking about more than just a review of what it actually has turned out to be a really excellent scent from Declaration Grooming. But I always feel if I can give you something a little meatier as far as topics or just life updates, it makes me feel better. I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for in coming to watch these videos, but just know that that's what I'm always, I always have that in the back of my head. I do think that when you have those kind of personal, even just, you know, small personal touches to any piece of content, it's got so much more mileage, it's got so much more impact. And I do want to leave it open too, that if you are, if you're kind of feeling that same struggle for motivation to press forward, you know, let us know in the comments below. I think there's a lot of people who are very supportive. I'd love to help support you any way I can as well. So yeah, if you need just a little, you know, little kick in the pants or a kind word, you know, don't be a stranger. As I've been blabbering away, the second pass went off without a hitch, so I'm gonna go rinse up right now. And I think we're good. We're gonna move to opening up that aftershave and see how the scent is there. All right, so we had a great no-nonsense shave with Declaration Grooming's Opulence. Let's take a look at the aftershave here. Give it a good shake. A few drops of that. You know, in using a number of Declaration Grooming sets over the past year, I always do find it funny that the scent strength usually is about on par with, if not maybe a notch, like on one notch below of the soap. So it's not screamingly loud, but quite pleasant. Again, let's go, scent strength, maybe we'll put it at like a 5.5 out of 10. Just shy of a 6, which is what I said the soap was. It could be that the scent strength of the soap is just mixing in with the aftershave. But as far as what I'm getting from my hands, you know, this is one where Scott from Declaration used to put menthol, I think a fair amount of menthol, into the splashes already, and then started offering them as a separate dropper. And I was really glad for that because the menthol actually really blocked. Maybe not blocked, but it really did, you know, mute most of the scent of the aftershaves. This was the case with, I think one of the last ones that did have the menthol in it was that first run of Massacre of the Innocents. So I'll still use it, mind you, but it's like, oh man, like I'm smelling a lot of menthol, you know, from that aftershave, and I for one was really happy that he separated the two. But face feel is always on point as far as Declaration Grooming, the formula of their aftershave, and you know, it really just stretches that scent experience, right? You'll be smelling this for probably a little bit longer. I think I average probably like 2 to 3 hours after the shave, with and that'll vary depending on the particular scent. For example, Blackberry Blossom Bay, that's quite a mouthful. That one lasted really long. And on top of that, my wife wasn't a huge fan of the scent, so I've since gotten rid of that one. But obviously there's some variation. Some scents are stronger than others. This one I feel like is a sweet spot. It's again just above medium. I think this one's a really versatile scent. It could do well at a date night, something more formal, or even just an everyday running errands kind of scenario. It's very versatile, very likable. So yeah, give this one a go. I think even for any women witch shearers out there, this is not overly musky, not overly it's not super masculine either. So if you're looking for kind of you don't mind some more complex scents, if apple and sandalwood sound good to you, this might be a good choice for you as well. One huge thing I hope that happens within the next 2 to 3 months is this channel is very close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to ask for your help, guys. If you have been a long-time viewer, if you just like what you're seeing, if you like the videos that I'm sharing on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. You can also help grow the channel by sharing videos that really strike a chord with you, whether it be sharing video links on social media, telling friends and family. Every little bit counts, so if you guys can help out at all, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys again so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.